What's up guys, this is Video Vince with the Camera Exchange. Today I have the brand new Sony A7R IV. Today we're going to test out the image quality and how it stacks up against the A7R III. Is it worth the upgrade? We'll find out today. With the A7R IV, you're going to be getting a 61 megapixel backside illuminated full frame sensor. As opposed to the A7R III, you're only going to be getting a 42 megapixel full frame sensor. Now on the autofocus side, the A7R IV has 567 phase detection points on top of the 425 contrast detection. The A7R III only has 399 phase detection points and the 425 contrast. What else are you getting with the A7R IV? You're getting that 5-axis in-body stabilization that we've all come to know and love. They've upgraded the card slots to now both of them being UHS 2 compatible. You're getting that same great battery life with their Z batteries. They've also updated the electronic viewfinder to it being OLED and having a 5.7 million dot resolution. I want to talk about some of the new changes that they did on the back of the A7R IV. They've updated the buttons. They feel a lot more squishy and a lot more comfortable to press. They dive in a little bit deeper into the body. It feels a lot more comfortable to me. They've also updated the joystick. The joystick has a lot more ridges on it. It's easier to find whenever you have your eye to the viewfinder. It's definitely a welcome change for that. They've also updated the dial. The dial feels a lot more smoother. They've also put it out of the body instead of it having recessed in. They're definitely welcome changes, and I do appreciate Sony for changing it up a little bit. So the A7R series are usually not touted as good video cameras, but Sony did decide to give the R4 some good video capabilities. They give you the ability to shoot 4K at 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second at 100 megabits per second. They also give you slow-mo shooting at 120 frames per second in 1080p, and of course you got all your other standard shooting settings. As far as your picture profiles, you do have S-Log 2 and 3, and you also get the ability to shoot in hyper-log gamma profiles as well. So any video that you're shooting with the R4 is still going to be top-notch. So that's going to wrap up our video on the A7R. I had fun shooting with it. I love the improvements that Sony made to this camera from the R3. Now, who is this camera for? I believe this camera is for studio photographers and even landscape photographers, somebody who needs that extra resolution to be cropping in. Now, I got a question for you R3 users. Are you going to be upgrading to the R4? Do you think that almost 20 megapixel resolution is worth it? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you guys next time.